Southern Coin Hunter here. Today we're going to go through some nickels that I've been pulling out of rolls that got some, there's going to be another die chip video, basically speaking, per se. And we're going to start taking photos using the software. I need to see where it stores it at so I can start cataloging the beehives and die chips and all that kind of stuff. But before we get started with that, I'm going to show y'all what I came across here. While going through had a tube with a bunch of change. Yeah, I put my gloves back on. Because even though I've done this, I got timer on watching it, so we're already in 55 minutes into it. So you see I got it pretty zoomed in tight. But here's what we're going to be looking for. Let's see if there's anything on here. One of these has a die crack. Oh yeah, there it is, right there. I'm going to use my pen as a pointer. So if you look right here, we have a die crack going from the rim right into the base. This part up here is just damage. And the reason why I can tell this is a die crack, so I'm going to use a toothpick. And it's grabbing it. See, y'all can see it from this side. It's grabbing it. See, I'm grabbing that die crack right there. It's die crack 1. I'm just going to do one staple. I'll finish stapling it later. You want to see what year was this one? 22, Philly. I'll smush it down later. See what this one is. We got 2015 Philly. Some rim damage. Even though I looked at it, I always still check because sometimes you may miss something initially. Got a nice die chip in the O. Those nickel tubes. Let's see, these are nickel tubes. In fact, just going to take a picture of it. I just took a picture of the die chip in the O. And it also has a die crack. The glares one. There you go. Right there. We got a twofer. So this was not going to go into a tube. It's going to get flipped because it has a die crack and a die chip in the lettering. Now we're going to take a picture of the other one, didn't I? So we're going to, I hate to do it, with the glare coming in on the we go. Now this one is almost full steps. So we have a nice size beehive, but it's 3 of them. Okay, let's understand this. You can see the outline. You got a primary one right there. This one formed after this one. Kind of ties in here, and this is a 3rd stage beehive. Stage 1, 2, and 3. Okay? And this is on the inner hallway. I might try to clean it up. Looks like some black goo or something's on there. So, I hate to take a picture of that junk, but taking a picture of it. This is the software that comes with Windows that I'm using for taking the photos. I'll go ahead and I'm not going to flip it just yet. I'm going to put it into a tube. We got some other coins to go through. The other 2 I'm putting in the flips because they're cracks, and those are going to go into my air finds. I can do that with pennies, but I'll run out of room. In fact, do some pennies real fast. Let's see. These are from the box 25 penny hunt. Now, all the way on the memorial side. So you got a small one right there. There's one going from the lower left cornice of the building across the T of United. Very thin. Chain that on the bottom. There's a massive one going across the cornice, across the I of United. And it looks like it may come slightly to here and stops right there by the middle of bay number 2 at the top. This is Mint State Red. I probably would sell for $5-6 on eBay. All right, let's see what year that is. Let's see what year this one is. 83. Now this is a very thin one. Here, picks up here and runs right up to the second to last bay. That one can be seen with the 10 power loop, just so y'all know. Another 1983. Small one right there. More likely I'm not going to keep this one. Those are scratches, damage. Actually, I might try to clean that one up. Let's see if we can clean that one up just a little bit, smudge off. Oh yeah. So you can see it. I hate cleaning the coins like this. Sometimes when you investigate, you got to do something like this. It's going to cross the T. You want to see it stays on the T. I really hate doing this, y'all. I really do. But when you investigate, sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do. Okay. It's picking up. I'm going to point with this toothpick. So it's coming across here and here and just stops. This one I'm not going to keep because it's just so much corroded. I'm going to go back to the bank tomorrow. What year is this one? 1983. And that's just a little corner to rim below the FG. And here's the last one. We'll look at the date in a minute. So this is nice and clean. Now this one's going. Get it over. Right from the rim, the eye, the corner, all the way up to the end of bay 2. Right up in here is where it's stopping at. Year on this one, 1990. Okay, we're going to go back to the nickels. So that was box 25 finds. I think most of these can be die chips, mostly in the word Liberty. Maybe some on the reverse. Yeah. 22 Philly. I'm going to call this a class 2 because there's a smaller one that does occur there. Got a little bit of die chip in the hair. I'll do it in my bin. A little die chip there. And I decided I'm going to take pictures of these or not, just of those die chips. Because I find them in a lot of nickels. Now this is slightly bigger, but we had 2. We got a die chip between the E and the R, the T and the Y. Post-mint damage on the face and forehead. And this one I will keep because of the die chips and the letters. Got a massive die chip. This is almost filling up the spot. It's almost got this filled up. This is probably about an 80% die chip, and this is about an 80% die chip. Those are the locations of where they're at. So post-mint damage on the reverse. There's one above his eye. Got one in the hair right here in the channel. And then we have the beginning stages of a beehive. And it's got the primary and the secondary one. That's going to be your primary. You see the arc right there. Then here you got a little thin strip of metal. So eventually it's either going to come down here and up here. Eventually it did happen. And this was, what year did I say this one was? 23 Philly. Early beehive die chip. There's another one in the O. Just a die chip. So you got a little small one right there, and a nice size one right there. I've only found one that actually covers the entire arc. Now, that would be a 100% die chip. .2016 Philly, just a small one. And this is the same signature that is used on the 2005 Buffalo, the West Virginia Nicholas, and you can find die chips in those. So I found that out by accident. So I need to go back to the rolls that I have that I save and check them for die chips in that area. So you're going to see why. See how flat this is? Just, it's in the ER. That one I'm not going to keep because I got a bunch of, they're becoming more and more common as a roll hunt. See, there's one on that E. Slight in that O. Well, I'll keep that one for right now. I may put it back. I don't know. See, here's another small stage die chip on the 2016 Philly. These Plymouth tubes. I'll decide later what I'm going to do with them. Here's an early stage on the 2021 Philly. Little small die chip in the hair right next to the ear. But I'm going to keep that one. There's a little bit bigger stage on the 12 on Philly. Now some of those die chips in those letters are marked for double dies. That's just out of that one. Some of these I got enough of these. This is 2017 Philly. Only going to keep it is there's a beehive on the reverse. There's a mess of die chips somewhere else. So I'm put that one back. Just showing y'all what you can look for. Me a roll hunt. You collect what you want. I just like to find them, see how many I find. And now here we have a die chip in the letter M in Monticello. I'm saying cello. Another 22 Philly. Early beehive right there on the edge. In fact, you can see it's going to be just a very small one. You see a strip of metal. It's starting to curve back into the build. Okay, got Denver winning. There must be a reason. Got a die chip in the O. Think the rest is just from wear of the die. Okay, we're at 21 minutes. I'm not going to keep it but 30 minutes long as possible. Early stage, and you can see it. It's right here, starting to branch out, little piece of metal here and here. It's kind of bright. It's starting to curve back towards the build. Hmm. 2018 Philly, small one, but it's got a nice little. Now this is a cool one. You can see it coming up from here, stops, picks up here. So this die is getting ready to break and fall off. A little splinter right there. And then on this one, you can't see it already, I can. Die chip here on the edge is supposed to flare out. But develop the die chip there, coming back down to there. There's one right here, which I just saw. Then you got the beginning of I call this the FS die chip. Early stage of it. You can see it's raised in two sections. Eventually that piece fell out, and it's a massive one right there. Don't know why I got this. Oh, this is a strange. This is more of a die crack in the O. Because you can see it. My pen. I keep putting my pen down. I can't see it over these cardboard flips. Just hold on a second. Let's do this. You see where it just cracked right there. I'm going to put in a flip. Die crack in the O. Just a die chip in the letters. About a 50% die chip. Let's give it 40. Maybe a little one in that P for the mint mark. Same stage, same spot. I'm going to keep that one. So I got tons of those. Same thing with this 2015 Philly. Nope, I shouldn't have kept that one. Women Men Killer. Oh yeah. Got the good old die chip in that one channel. Composed mint damage. That's about 75% coverage of a die chip. I keep this one out. Oh, yeah, the die crack. That's right. That's one with the die crack. I said I forgot why. Now, here's another little die. Now, this got two die chips in this O. A small one here, and you got a secondary. Your secondary one here. This is going to be the primary, secondary. Now, maybe there's some slight doubling, a little bit of machine doubling right there in the S, and that's going to be it on that one. Excuse me. DER die chip. Here's a full-fledged die chip, and if it just come out a little bit more to here, it'd be a full-fledged die chip in 2017. A big die chip in the O. In 26 minutes. Small one in the P. Here we go. Now, this is a two-stager. Small single stage. Secondary big stage, and you see the metal starting to come up right there. You see where the die is starting to rub and break. Eventually this whole piece fell out, but they didn't catch it. Got one more, a few more coins left, not many. There's a 2023 one right there in the word Liberty. And we got one in the hair channel that's right here versus the one that occurs here. Those are roller marks. It's not a mid-air, just our dirty rollers on the machines. 2017 film, you got the die chip between the E and the R. That was it. Last nickel, then we got one more quarter and a dime. Small one on that Philly. Little something going on right here. Now, you got a small one here and another one forming here. Possible die break right there. At least it is starting to occur. Quarter, Washington crossing to Delaware. We have another tiny die chip right here on the back side. And then a dime. Now this is a different dime. I'll show you. I had never seen this on a dime from Denver before. We got the die chip on the olive branch at the top of the leaves right there. I had never seen one on a Denver dime. So that will conclude this video. Thank y'all for stopping in. Hope you saw what I'm starting to go through. I'm going to go back. I only got a bunch of beehives I need to catalog and all that. Hopefully, maybe beginning of the year, I can be starting to set up a web page. And if you click on the bottom of the description, I'll start selling coins and whatnot. I'm going to try to have one the Friday or Saturday after Thanksgiving. Probably going to be Saturday after Thanksgiving. So I'll put a link for you to sign up underneath my name. You get $15 credit. Only applies to items, but not to shipping. That's the key. Does not apply to shipping. So on that note, remember this. Check both sides of the coins as you saw. You never know what you're going to find. Have a good evening. If you're new, please subscribe. Click on the bell for future notifications. Appreciate all the new members or new subs. Trying to get the viewer hours up, so when I hit 1,000, I can get monetized. So spread the word. Thank you all. I'm originally did this just to share what I love to do. Now I'm growing a channel. Have a good evening.